Oh, hi, Storytime friends. I was looking at a fascinating book about giant tortoises. Our animal for this week is a very unique one from the Galapagos Islands. The giant tortoise is an amazing reptile that can live for more than 100 years. Let's learn more about this very special tortoise. The title of our first book is Giant Tortoises by Jacqueline Jaycox. And I want to thank Capstone Publishing for letting me share this book. Amazing giant tortoises. Wait, is that a rock? Is the rock moving? It's not a rock. It's a giant tortoise. Tortoises are like turtles, but tortoises live on land. Giant tortoises are a type of reptile, and there are two types of giant tortoises. They are the Galapagos and the Aldabra tortoises. But where do they live? Because giant tortoises are rare. They live in only 2 places on Earth. Galapagos tortoises are found in the Galapagos Islands. Giant tortoises live in grasslands and forests. They live in swamps and deserts too. Giant tortoises are cold-blooded, so if it's hot outside, they are hot. But if it's cold, they are cold. During the day, these gentle giants lay in the sun to warm up. If they get too hot, they cool off under trees or bushes. And at night, it gets cold, so they sleep in mud or brush to keep warm. Giant tortoises are huge. They grow to be 4 or 5 feet long. Giant tortoises can be brown or black. They can be dark gray too. Their legs and heads are covered with sharp pieces of skin called scales. Giant tortoises find food with their eyes because they don't have a good sense of smell. They don't have teeth either. The edges of their mouths are bumpy and sharp, and that's what they use to chew their food. These tortoises have big claws on their feet. They help them walk on rough ground. But these animals don't go anywhere fast. Giant tortoises eat plants. They eat flowers, leaves, grass. They eat cactuses and fruit too. Giant tortoises' bodies break down food slowly. It can take 3 weeks to digest a meal. They can store lots of food and water in their bodies. They can go a year without eating or drinking. We can't do that. Giant tortoises live lazy, peaceful lives. They can sleep about 16 hours a day. The rest of the time is spent eating. And when food is hard to find, they will rest and sleep all day long. What do you think these are? Well, the females dig holes in the ground with their claws, and this is where they lay their eggs. They lay between 2 and 25 eggs. The eggs are about as big as tennis balls. The females cover the eggs with sand. It keeps them warm and safe. Then the eggs will hatch after about 4 months. And look, it's a baby tortoise. They're so cute. Babies are only about 3 inches long. Those that survive live very long lives. Most live to be more than 100 years old. The oldest known giant tortoise is 187 years old. Wow, they're amazing. Let's sing a song about the tortoise. I'll use some pictures from this book. There's a tortoise, and it lives on an island. Have you ever seen a tortoise, a tortoise, a tortoise? Have you ever seen a tortoise living on an island? Here's one and here's two. Have you ever seen a tortoise, a tortoise, a tortoise? Have you ever seen a tortoise with a very big shell? And look at that long neck. Have you ever seen a tortoise, a tortoise, a tortoise? Have you ever seen a tortoise with a very long neck? And look at the 4 strong legs. We'll sing about that. Have you ever seen a tortoise, a tortoise, a tortoise? Have you ever seen a tortoise with strong legs? Well, the title of our next book is Take Your Time by Eva Furrow and Donna Jo Napoli. It has beautiful illustrations that I would like to show you. You see, Harriet the tortoise, she likes to do things slowly. She explores her island slowly. And she eats slowly. And she swims, yes, slowly. Harriet did everything slowly. She smelled the papayas and swamp hibiscus all morning. She munched on cactus pads and apples all afternoon. She slumbered all night. Yes, Harriet did everything slowly. The other animals scolded her. "You're slow, Harriet. Life in the fast track is exciting. The way you move, you can't go anywhere fast. You don't know what you're missing." Harriet calmly yawned and fell asleep. But in the morning, she was curious. What was she missing? Harriet decided to go out into the big world. She wanted to see the penguin parade on a neighboring island, and it took place in the summer. To get there on time, Harriet left in the winter. That was the rainy season. Oh, she was in no hurry. There was plenty to see along the way. She swam past hammerhead sharks. She swam past a humpback whale. She swam past giant rays. Oh, Harriet thought, what wonderful things the sea held. The penguins were delighted that she made it just in time for the penguin parade. Now, while she was there, Harriet offered little iguanas a ride through the dunes. She walked past pink flamingos. She walked past blue-footed booby birds. She walked past red-throated frigate birds. Oh, Harriet thought, what wonderful things the sky held. The ride took months and months. Now the rainy season had come again. Harriet dug a hole to make a pool for the sea lions. And while she worked, other friends filled the pool. She dug past creepy centipedes. She dug past slippery snakes. She dug past skittery crabs. Harriet thought, what wonderful things the earth held. Harriet stood back and looked at the wide, deep pool. Another whole year had passed. Well, maybe it was time to go home. Harriet swam steadily day after day, week after week, month after month. Slowly, she swam home, savoring the cool spray, the rhythm of the waves, the reflection of the sun in the water. It took her 5 hours, but what glorious hours. Harriet thought about all the creatures she had seen moving in the sea and in the sky and on the earth. Sharks would whisk along fast, and the booby birds would soar in the air, and the snakes would wiggle side to side, but slow or fast, clumsy or graceful, straight or wiggly. Everyone had a rhythm that worked. Isn't that nice? And Harriet burrowed into the grasses, and she took her own sweet time. Good night, Harriet. Harriet had a wonderful adventure. She discovered all kinds of creatures in the sea and in the sky and in the earth. So if you would like to learn more about the tortoise, stop by the library. We have an activity packet waiting for you. Bye-bye.